Boy, oh boy, has it been a time, hasn't it? How many times have you experienced this week? How much time have you put into the experiences in your life this week? Well, I hope you made good use of that time. I really hope you made very good use of your time. I mean, I'm not saying you need to make good use of it, but with the limited amount that you got, it's always good to make the best of it. Like Mom says, make wise choices. Anyway, folks, listen. We've been a teenager now for about a week, and today, episode 14 of the TrapHouse podcast, brought to you by yours truly, Epiphany Chris, is gonna be one to forget. That's for sure. And it's not because I want you to forget. It's not because you forget on purpose. Hell, you don't even really forget. It's just not important. What I have to say is literally not important. And I'm not saying it's not important to me. I'm saying it's just not important if you were to look at like a scale of the important things going on in the world. This podcast is at the bottom. And I'm glad to be at the bottom. Because like Drake said, we started from the bottom. Now we're still spending our money foolishly like an idiot. Word for word, I like quoting people. So what I'm looking to do, obviously, is just keep your attention for at least 30 minutes. But not in a way that says, hey, let's make your day worse. No. That's not the case here. At the TrapHouse podcast, Epiphany Chris wants you to feel better about yourself as a person, as a human being living amongst other human beings. I just want you to be able to just take some time to get away from something without having to go anywhere. And that's really the gist. I know I use words like cunt, and I say fuck quite a bit. Yeah, I get it. I use the word retard a lot. But I mean, it's because I can. Now, if you're offended by that, I really don't know what to tell you. Go look up offended in the dictionary. It doesn't mean anything. Now, if you actually took the time to look up the word offended in the dictionary, then just don't listen to this podcast. Because if you feel offended and you don't know what offended means, you're retarded. There you go, I did it again. I do it quite often, and it's just because it's a free-flowing phrase that comes out when I feel. Oh my God. When I have the intuition to say it, or when I have the inspiration to say it. I encourage everybody to do what they want to do. You know? I don't really think it's the best idea to go out and start shooting up schools or driving drunk down the freeway. But do you the best way that you can do you. I can't do it for you. But I know that you, the listener, you're listening, can be better than you are now. Do you know how I know this? Well, I'll tell you. It's because I've lived that life where things didn't always go my way, and I was always feeling down. I was always feeling like I was, like I talked about that man who looked like he'd always been pulling rope for 30 years with no end. When you have a lifestyle that just keeps on dragging you, and you're trying to pull back, you're trying to gain some ground, but you just always feel like you're slipping up. I've been there. I've personally walked that path. I'm here to tell you, you don't need to walk that path. Through some perseverance and guidance from, I don't know, the internet, I was able to find my way. What's your way? Tell me in the comments. While you're down there typing up your angry message or your combative remarks, smack that like button in the ass for me. Just do it. Whether you like it or not. I don't know. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is like feeding the homeless. Subscribing is like sending that 19 cents a month over to Suzanne Summers so she can stuff her face with cakes. Subscribing is like eating muff for the first time. Subscribing is like coming on a chick's face for the first time. That's what subscribing feels like. You should try it. Hit that subscribe button. And then you know what? It feels so good to subscribe. You just tell your friends too. Super simple. I know y'all got Facebook and Insta and Twista and Tinder. Fucking share this shit on Tinder. Share this shit on Plenty of Fish. Share this shit with your 90-year-old grandma. Who cares? Just pass it along. It's something to hear. Not always the best content. That's a fucking fact. I can't even proclaim the best content, but I can say that I get your mind off of everything else. Oh yeah. So there's time that's passed. How have you enjoyed it? Did you spend 90% of your time worrying? Did you spend 80% of your time worrying? Well, I encourage you and I challenge you. I challenged you to the last episode. I hope you didn't watch the news for a week. Because guess what? I could tell you exactly what was on the news. Bunch of bullshit. A bunch of bullshit. Just facts. It's just a bunch of bullshit. And I hope you took that time off to reflect and to just enjoy you. Because even shutting off the news, that'll save you what? Like 20, 30 minutes a day to be productive? Because like we've said before, worrying's like a rocking chair. Gives you something to do, but you never get anywhere. So make a plan, work towards it. I really hope you all had a good week. Listen, I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad you're back. Episode 14. We've been a motherfucking teenager for 2 weeks. And this week we're going in. We're going in, folks. I feel almost like Hulk Hogan. You know, when that Hulkamania comes out, he fucking rips that goddamn wife beater right in half. He's like, ugh. That's how I fucking feel right now. I'm fucking ready to go. I'm ready to pierce them fucking ear holes today. With what? Oh shit, we got a surprise today, folks. But first, don't forget, at 100 subs, big giveaway. Big giveaway. I don't even give a fuck if you make 97 fake accounts and then subscribe, and you're the only subscriber. You'll win a huge prize. It's easy. Peasy. Lemon. Squeezy. Now listen, we all know that it's like the same thing. Week after week. But it's something I gotta do. It's just I feel like I need to do it. And by feel, I mean it's part of what I need to do. Feelings don't mean shit. Right? I feel real good right now, right? But that passes. And then maybe maybe something bad will happen, and then I'll feel sad, or maybe something extravagant will happen, and I'll be like, whoa, top of the world. And then the next, your life is built around these things that they call feelings, but it shouldn't. You should base your life around fact. Base it around fact. You won't worry so much. You won't have as many headaches. You won't be so out of place with you. It's just great to know you're back for serious. But here's something to think about, and I hope you thought about it. Last week we asked, charities, where does the money go? Now again, I know I thought about it. I hope you just took a little bit of time to put some thought into it. If you've ever donated to a charity, if you've ever been involved in working at an event as a volunteer, shit, if you are personally the CEO of a charity, if you're involved at all in any type of volunteering shit, even if you take bags of clothes back, you know, and you stuff them in the fucking bin where all the used clothes go, and then they take those clothes and then they put them on sale. You know these places? You ever seen them? They're everywhere. I remember back in the day when it was just like, you seen like the Boy Scout little, it was like a 4x4 fucking box that you brought your recycling to. They did like recycling program. Now, tell me this, how lazy are the Boy Scouts? They're just putting boxes out like, hey, just fucking fill that up with cans, we'll return it and we'll be able to do our shit. The ladies, on the other hand, these hardworking motherfuckers are out slinging cookies door to door. It's the year 2021, folks. They're slinging cookies still door to door. These bitches are baller. These fucking pussy Boy Scouts. Just give us your cans. Anyway, I'm just saying. Everybody's a fucking winner. But now they got these huge, they got these huge dumpster looking things. Clothes, shoes, old bedding, the dirt from under your toes, and they'll take anything. As long as it's in a bag, they'll take anything, okay? Now, have you seen these? And if you haven't, I just explained it so if you have a mind and you could think just a tiny bit, it's a dumpster for used shit. Now, whenever I've seen these, I'm like, oh, people put their old stuff in it, and then they just like donate, then they just give it to the homeless, or they give it to a family that's in need. Now that's what you would think. Now shit, I thought that for the longest time. And if you think that too, prepare to have your mind blown today. If you think when you donate you're doing any good, I mean, just from me thinking about it and just doing, just in my head playing ping pong with the thoughts. And here's what I've come up with. Here's what's up here, just up here. So charities, where does the money go? So I start thinking, if you were to donate $1, if like every time you check out at the grocery store, at the fucking anywhere, it seems like everywhere you go, hey, can you help this little kid? Hey, can you save this dog from getting leukemia? Hey, this lizard's drying out, he needs a gallon of water, can you spare some change? Would you like to help the disabled? Charities, where does the money go? Now sometimes you could go to the store 3 or 4 times in a week and you run into the same cashier, and that motherfucker still asks you, hey, you wanna keep on donating your hard-earned money to a charity? Well, do you? I don't know. I mean, there was a time they used to give some sort of tax credit when you donated like a bag of clothes to the Salvation Army, or you donated money to an organization, you get a tax write-up. That's what I've thought. That's what I've heard. I mean, that's a good thing for charities, I guess. So whenever you give money to a charity, you expect something back. That's always the goal of charity, is to give and expect back. It's crazy how it works, but just saying, it's just something to think about. So tell me this then. Okay. So I'm just thinking about it. Again, I'm just thinking. And these are all, again, folks, these are facts in my opinion. So if you want to debate me in the comments. Remember, you'll be debating a retard. But this is just something. Why does a charity need a CEO? Isn't a CEO someone who's in charge of a company? I get it. Charity's like a company. Oh, that's kind of weird. Charity's a little weird. So the charity needs somebody, a boss, right? They need a boss. They need a boss who makes 2.3 mil a year, or 1.2, or 136. I don't know. I'm just making numbers up. I mean, I heard CEOs make that kind of money with wicked good retirement benefits. CEO. This is what I'm just thinking. They're non-profit. My ass. Here's my idea. I believe they're called non-profit because they make sure they have no profit, and not because they're giving the money to where it's supposed to go. They're not giving it to the single mom. They're not giving it to the war vet who comes home and gets stiffed with the bill. They're not giving it to the down and the trodden. They're not giving it to the wayward son. So tell me this. If we're running a non-profit, let's just say the Salvation Army. I'm not saying they're non-profit. I wouldn't know if they were or not. But I know that's a place where you can you can donate anything. Anything. You think of it, you could donate to the Salvation Army. They'll take an amputated leg. They'll take the fucking fake thing that you use. They'll take the prosthetic leg. They'll take a prosthetic fucking eyeball. They'll take anything. They'll take your fucking newborn child. The Salvation Army will take anything. Now that's a charity that really cares, right? They care. They have to care. There's no way that they don't. They must care the most because they accept everything. They pay their workers, from what I hear, they pay their workers, but they pay them minimum wage, I think. I don't know. They pay them something. They pay them. And if they're a non-profit, it would make sense that things would be dropped off and then sold at just under retail. Can somebody explain this? Say you walk into the Salvation Army and you pick up a pair of pants for $12. Listen, man, you're wearing somebody else's jeans. Somebody's walked a mile in those shoes. That piano's been fucked on. These couches got more cum on them than a fucking rave. You turn the black light on in a Goodwill, Jesus Christ, you see it from space. But you're paying just under retail. Now listen, I get it. They need to cover expenses. I get it. They got tons of shipments of new product coming in from overseas that they're trying to hawk. Is that how it works? So what do they do with all the money that people donate? I mean, people are donating tons of items that people could use and definitely use if they could afford it. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just get back to, say you donate money or you donate your time, which in my opinion, which it's a fact, your time is worth more than any money. Your time is worth more than any money. That's a fact, in my opinion. So if you're volunteering, so if you're telling me that they take volunteers also on top of all this, and then on top of all this, you're spending $8 for a t-shirt. I don't even think they get a discount, the employees. They're just like, dude, you do a shitty job here. What are you even doing here? It's the only job I could find. Really, dude? Now listen, I'm not hating on charity. I'm just asking charities, where does the money go? Now, they're not paying for any type of delivery fees for all these things that people are dropping off. They're not paying any logistics operator to run the sheets, to dictate where deliveries get made. Now listen, there may be somebody who does that. Who fucking knows? Probably when they bring all the stuff people bring to the dump. So I went there once to the Salvation Army and I bought a t-shirt for $8. It was a black t-shirt. It's a black t-shirt. I needed an undershirt for a funeral. So I get home, I get it on, it looks good, it's underneath, whatever. I turn on a black light, big old cum stain right underneath the collar. I wore it anyway. It just looked like toothpaste. It was $8. It was nice. But it was used. It was used. Still paying $8 plus tax. Don't forget the tax. You get some sort of tax exempt. And their tax, it's kind of crazy that they're tax exempt, you still pay tax. Doesn't make sense to me. Now again, if I'm wrong on any of these things, I don't know. I'm just asking. If you thought about it, just here's something to think about. If you just think about charities, where does money go? I've heard upwards of 750 to 800 million gets brought in a year for a charity, right? Low number, like $1.50. So if you're bringing in so much goddamn money, I mean, if every year for the past 10 years you brought in, let's just say, smaller number, let's just say 200 million, and you've done that for 10 years, you do the math, I'm not your mom. That's a lot of millions of dollars. Why do we still got people in wheelchairs? Why are there people still dying? Why are there still kids dying of cancer? Why is this happening? Where does the money go? Non-profit. More like, we spent all of it. We spent all of it. We gotta change the name from non-profit to we spent all of it. Now, even if you were to say like, oh look, but they give, out of every dollar they give 75 cents to the actual cause. So you're telling me 25 cents is all overhead? Nah, dude, someone's getting some head, dude. Someone's getting some head for 25 cents on the dollar? I don't know about you folks, but even on like a shit day, they're raking in so much money. Where does the money go? So I did look up a couple of things. I said, how much does this charity spend on their advertising campaigns? Because you see them everywhere. 100 million in 1 year. What if that 100 million would have found the cure? I don't know, I'm just asking questions. Like nobody's ever heard of St. Jude's. Yeah, let's keep advertising. Get that shit out of here. If you haven't seen a St. Jude's sticker on the back of someone's car, I get it, they're doing great work. But you spend 100 million in advertising? I don't know. Just asking questions. Nothing against the kids. I want what's best for them. They're our future. Facts. But if a CEO is a CEO of a charity, go find another fucking job. Because if all you're doing is good all day, I'm just saying, I don't think you should be making over $2 million a year. While you have people who are volunteering for free and they're getting maybe a lunch out of it. Listen. If you're just, I want you to laugh here. You're supposed to have a good time, but you just gotta ask the question, charities, where does the money go? I'll tell you where it goes. I'll tell you exactly where it goes. I'm not gonna make it up. I'm not gonna tell you something fabricated, but the money goes to greedy fucks. I don't know how else to say it. Look up greedy and fucks. You'll come up with the people who run these charities. Are you doing good work? Sure you are. Sure, you've come a long way in 40 years for whatever kind of charity it is. But charities are charities. So if people help you out, it's sad when you volunteer your time and it's like But like, why is that guy wearing a fucking suede suit and he's got alligator shoes on? Fuck's going on here? I'm fucking ragtag Magoo. I just bought a $10 outfit from you guys and I didn't even get a fucking discount. I volunteered. How the fuck does this work? I don't know. Again, ladies, gentlemen, everybody in between, I'm just asking questions. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm just thinking about it. I don't know how deep you thought about it, but that's where I got. That's about as much as I got, and I'm just wondering, like, when I donate to these charities, even if it's for like the pets or whatever, or for, I don't know, kids with ALS, you know, or when I'm dumping ice in my head in my shower, I'm just trying to know, when I'm doing this work for the charity, what are they doing for the people who need the help? I get it. You're gonna be in a fiery uproar. I don't give a fuck. Debate me in the comments. I'll do it all day. I don't give a fuck. I just want to know, where's the money go? And if we know where it goes, why are we okay with that? Because that's not how charity works. I mean, in my opinion, these are facts. But here's something to think about for the next episode. Hey, Australia. What the fuck? Have you ever just had the innate ability to just know? Do you know what that ability is? Have you ever experienced it? To just know, or think you know? I'll give you an example. Every morning, when you get up, one of the first things you do is brush your teeth. When you open up the cabinet or you reach for your toothpaste, that feeling you get right before you put your hand on the toothpaste. Like, you know there's toothpaste in there. You know. Maybe because of the repetitious time of doing it, seeing the toothpaste in the form that it is when it has toothpaste inside the tube. But you know that feeling when you open up the cabinet and you go to grab the toothpaste, you know if there's toothpaste in there. Now tell me, do you have that ability to just know? And if you do, what are you doing with it? How are you utilizing that ability? It's such a strange ability to be able to just know. Now I get it. You can know facts. You can know concepts. You can know quite a bit. But to just know. It's that feeling when maybe you're on a date and you just know that you're getting some puss tonight. That feeling where if you're about to enter the bathroom and you sit down in the toilet and you just know that you're gonna shit. When you crack open, when you pop that top on the old car and you just know. This is the end of this thing. Do you have that ability? I don't know if I do or not. I just like talking. It's just fun. It's just so much fun to think out loud and to say, hey man, I knew you were gonna do that. Or as one of my buddies, I'm not gonna say his name because I respect him as a human. One of my buddies, he always knew the horses, man. He knew the horses. He just knew. You ain't never seen a motherfucker run so fast before he's got to put that bet in. The fastest motherfucker. Oh my God. 10 seconds, bet's in, because I know. He just knew. It's that innate ability. I think it's built into all of us. It's just recognizing it that's sometimes the hard part. But just as simple as going to reach for the toothpaste and knowing if it's full or not, that ability to just know, in that moment when you just know, you can utilize that in every aspect of your life. Now, I'm not saying to be a know-it-all like my buddy Mr. Todd, but it's like having a seventh sense, or an eighth sense, or a ninth sense if you're a Clinton. Somehow, we all have this innate ability. Utilizing it is not always the keenest of things to do out loud. You kind of keep that shit to yourself. Test it out. See what you see and sense what you sense. That sense that you get, that you just know there's fucking toothpaste in there, or that you know you're about to take a fucking nice dump. You just know, man. And that's such a great thing to have. I encourage you to grasp it. I can't explain it any other way. I'm just saying it to say it. What'd you say? Huh? Philip, what'd you say? You're interrupting this to tell me that your pygmy goat died? You know they're dwarfs, right? Yeah, I know. I understand what pygmy means, you fucking idiot. Wait a minute, it grants wishes? No, it fucking don't. Really? The third wish killed him? What'd you wish for? Oh man, that's great. That's really good. I like that. I'm glad that fucking goat's dead. You know, I always love it when you just pop in on me like that. I mean, yeah, dude, it's nice to see you too, man. It's you don't even know. It's just always a pleasure. You're such a hard worker. You give it your all, but you interrupt me at the wrong fucking time. Yeah, I can't take that shit no more, dude. Just get back to fucking work. You got a lot of editing to do. We got that new studio. We got a lot to do, so just let's go. See, something inside me told me I knew that he was gonna do that shit. He does it all the time. He's late. He can't fucking show up when he's supposed to. He can't get the fucking spreadsheets right. Last week he told me I owed him $578. I'm like, dude, I pay you an amp. Radio edit. Dude, I pay you with tortilla chips and salsa. That you don't need. There's no payment arrangement. You get paid in tortillas and salsa. You asked for that. And don't even look over here because you hear. I know you hear me. Don't look over here. This guy, great dude. Outside the office. You know, there's times when you just want to get on top of a mountain and scream. Have you ever felt like that? You just want to get up there and fucking let it out. Go do it. Fall's a great time to hike, I'll tell you what. I actually got a little snippet of a video for all you haters out there. I got a video, and it's just proof positive. It's proof positive. And it's just for all you guys. It's just for you. It's a special little treat. And I hope you enjoy it. So, like, I just, there are people out there that say beavers don't exist. I'm here to tell you, beavers exist. Damn. Look at these dams, man. Pretty dope. I mean, just for all them disbeaver believers. Here you go. Proof positive. Beavers exist. So, put that in your book. Now that's a hoot, isn't it? I sure had a good time climbing to the top of my mountain. And fucking beavers exist. For all you disbeaver believers. They fucking exist. And those are just facts in my opinion. I mean, I didn't see a beaver or anything, but I mean, damn. So what do you know? We've come to the end of yet another rambling of a man who's insane. And, you know, it's just, it is what it is. My challenge this week for you is to smile. I want you to smile wherever you go. Even when you're mad. It's going to be a little sarcastic. It'll look sarcastic. It'll, you know, you'll feel like you're being sarcastic, but just smile a little bit more. You know, you see that coworker you don't like coming in. Don't give him the smirk or the evil eye or I'm a petty human. I'm a fucking No, just smile. And you know what works too is just smile and just be present. I know it's difficult to be present sometimes. I was not present myself for a while. And I'll tell you right now, it's a tough thing to get over. When you break through and you realize that we live on a disc on the back of a turtle, floating through space, hoping to one day find a place to rest. When you realize that the government killed JFK. When you realize that really what you do only matters to you. When you realize that life is but a game. You seem to take things a little less seriously and a little more you-ally. I encourage you all to just smile a little bit extra. This week, just this week. Just smile a little bit extra. You got vaccinated? Smile. You're unvaccinated? Smile a little bit bigger. You want a contest? Smile big. Just smile bigger. Let them see those pearly whites. Let them see the 3 teeth you got. Who gives a gum 'em? Give it to them. People will look at you and say, boy, I want to be where that person's at. And you'll probably make someone else smile and then think, man, that's awesome. That's an awesome thought. I know with the masks, it's tough to see people's faces, but take the fucking mask off. Take the fucking mask off. And just smile big. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's no doubt that this will change your life. Things are going to go your way. Your way. Start focusing on you and doing you. You got a family? Look out for them. You got somebody you got to take care of? Look after them, but make sure you are still a priority. You're just as important as everyone else out there. You're just as important as Joe Biden. You're just as important as Elon Musk. You're just as important as Nikola Tesla. You're just as important as Oprah Winfrey. You're just as important as Stephen King. You're just as important as anybody else out there. Just because you see them on TV or they're on the headline news, that doesn't make them any more important. It just makes them famous. A lot of people have important jobs, sure, but they're still human. And you're a human too. One just has more money sometimes. Maybe one just has a girl or a boy or anything in between. If you look at things as if they're something that you could change, and you can change, and you can be successful. You just gotta do it. You can think about it all day, but with no action, there's no fruit. Without action, there's no payment. Without action, there's that actually produces nothing. When you put in no effort at all at the end of the day and you look out